This HAN Network video is brought to you by Miller Nissan.
On the campus of Fairfield Warde High School, this is the HAN Network's 2018 Spring Sports Tour. I'm Frank Granito, sitting alongside the Mustangs baseball captains for the upcoming season. They are Zach McKay, Ryan Donnelly, and Alex Steele. Boys, thank you for taking time with us this afternoon. Alex, let me start with you. You were captain back in the winter season for wrestling. What are some of the lessons you learned in that season you want to bring forward now into the spring?
I really want to take kind of what I learned from being a captain in wrestling and kind of use that to kind of mentor the younger guys, really help motivate them. Sometimes it gets rough in baseball season, kind of shaking things off and kind of always moving forward.
And Ryan, we were just talking before, you've got a big sophomore class coming up this year. You're expecting to contribute. What role does this veteran group play in helping to get those guys acclimated to this varsity roster?
Well, we do have a lot of strong sophomores coming, but what we really need to do for them is get them ready for varsity baseball. They're great athletes, but we need everyone to prepare mentally as well to just be ready for our game.
And Zach, as Alex mentioned, that transition you have coming into the spring, getting back into the flow for baseball. Obviously, the weather is not always the best this time of year. So what have the Mustangs been doing practice-wise to make sure everyone is ready when you guys open up the season next week?
Yeah, no, so the weather is tough up in the Northeast, but over the winter and kind of towards the end of the fall, the whole team would work out in the indoor facilities. And then once the weather got a little bit nicer, kids were outside almost every day hitting, and we've been preparing for a long time.
As you look at the preseason, was there any one thing in particular this group really wanted to improve on here?
Yeah, I mean, we had to improve on a lot, but we definitely have a lot of strong pitching this year. Last year there was a lot of guys walking people, and this offseason we worked on throwing strikes and getting ahead in the count, and our hitting's also looking a lot better. So.
Ryan, if you had to decide between timely hitting or consistent pitching as being the X factor for the Mustangs this season, which way are you leaning right now?
I would go consistent pitching. With the depth that we should have, and if we all can throw strikes, we'll do really well.
Alex, for this team, is there any one game in particular you're most excited for right now?
Ludlow's always a big game. I'd say we're probably looking forward to that the most.
And as you start up your season next week, obviously no one's winning an FCIAC or state championship in this first week of the season. What do you want to see the guys get out of these early games before you really dive into the heart of that FCIAC schedule?
Well, we'd love to start off with a few wins, but it's a long season. It's a process. We want to make sure we're peaking at the right time as well.
That's the exact answer we wanted to hear. Boys, great job today. We want to wish you best of luck this season. We're looking forward to seeing you and the Mustangs out there on the field today.
Thank you.
Alongside the Fairfield Warde baseball captains, the HAN Network's 2018 Spring Sports Tour. Stay tuned as we roll on for the rest of the conference.